Right on time, people. Right on fucking time. So everything that I've been preaching about is an issue with this team happened in the third quarter. They started putting pressure on the ball. They started attacking the rim. And then the fact that you don't have these passers and these table setters reared its ugly head because all these turnovers started popping up. Zach LaVine being careless with the ball, throwing these passes that are getting intercepted. Guys take off for open lane dunk in transition. And it's not just him, it's everybody on the team. Kobe White, DeMar DeRozan, everybody. All these guys you have that are allegedly smart, high IQ ball handlers. These are the guys you go get. And they can't simply dribble the ball, set a play, run the offense, get good shots. I mean, yeah, they had a lead. They had like what, a 15-point lead at some point. Now it's 79 to 87. 79 to 87. Now I don't remember seeing Matt Thomas in this quarter. Thank God. But you're not doing enough. See, even and here's the sad part, right? Indiana basically is just kind of trying to bullshit their way into an offense, but knowing that Kobe White, DeMar DeRozan, and Zach LaVine refuse to stay in front of you, knowing that Vooch isn't a rim protector, you just attack the rim the entire game, and it got them back in the game. That's it. That's been the formula to stop this team all year. And guess what? They got Miles Turner and they're staggering him as Sabonis because really they're like your two best players next to Karis LeVert. Especially with Brogdon out, right? So here's what you do. I'm going to stagger my bigs. So Miles Turner gets matched up on DeMar DeRozan in the starting lineup when he's with Sabonis. And then you got Cook and everybody else who is like 6'8" and smaller. And then all you got to do is just dump it off to Miles Turner for easy buckets. I mean, how hard is that? Right? And so, again, people, this is why I've been telling you all. This team needs to go get Jackson Hayes. This team needs to go get Cam Reddish. Why am I advocating for these two people? If you got Jackson Hayes can block shots. He's athletic, okay? He's got size. He's like, what, 7 feet or 7'1", 6'11", something like that? I don't know. He's there, though, okay? You are not just going to get these easy attacks at the rim. And he's athletic enough where he could contest a shot and come back and contest another guy who make a dump-off pass. You don't get that shit with Vooch, right? That's why you need him. Because when you put in Cook and they start going to Miles Turner in the low post, what can Cook do? Miles Turner is a legit 7-foot guy. That's at least 4 inches more. Not to include like wingspan. So if he jumps, he's going to jump higher than Cook anyway. And all you got to do is just turn around and lay the ball in. Simple offense. Simple fucking offense. With Jackson Hayes there, Jackson Hayes at least can force him to have to use his body and try to like make a play physically. You're not just going to get an easy attempt at the rim just because, I got low post position on a guy that's 4 inches smaller than me and I got a longer wingspan. It's just not going to happen, right? Why do I want Cam Reddish? Okay, I want Cam Reddish because he has the length and he could score and he could shoot. And in the playoffs, wing scores are where it's at. Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, all these kind of guys, and I know I mentioned some that's in the East and the West. All these kind of guys are what you're going to have to defend. You need a Cam Reddish. Especially when some of these dudes are playing like 38, 40 minutes a night. They're going to be playing a bulk of the minutes there. You're going to need a guy like Cam Reddish to come in, first of all, it gives your team some versatility where you want to play them, because you can play them 2 through 4. Preferably 2 and 3, but 2 through 4 you can make it work. And he could guard all of these positional guys that come in with the scoring. And he can shoot. and he can score. He's got enough offensive game to where you have to respect him and he can go get a shot. As it is right now, you only have that with pretty much DeRozan and Zach LaVine. And so you need at least one more guy, especially off the bench, who can come and eat some minutes up from DeRozan and Zach LaVine. Allow those guys to get their rest and score off the bench. Now I get it. You got Kobe White. Kobe White ain't scoring. And he's not a shooter. He don't space the floor. And he doesn't play defense. That's why you get Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish is the upgrade. Cam can come in and give you, 12 to 18 a game off the bench alone and play defense. And he can shoot pretty well. That's why you go get him. You go get Jackson Hayes so you got somebody who can come in and block shots for you down low. Now you may say, okay, well, they would use Tony Bradley here. Fair enough. Tony Bradley's out with safety protocols. I got it. But let's just say hypothetically that they were going to keep Tony Bradley as like a third center and just have Jackson Hayes ahead of him in a rotation, right? Even if Tony Bradley were gone, you would still have Jackson Hayes right now. You wouldn't have to play Cook. Cook works fine if you could force them to go small ball. But what happens when a team is stubborn, like Cleveland, and they say, no, you're going to play tall ball with us, and we're going to force you to have to play tall ball. They can't do it. They simply cannot do it. The turnovers killed us this quarter. Again, this quarter reminds you why Caruso and Zoe, and yes, there's a reason I'm mentioning both of these two together. Because Duarte had like 9 points within the first 3 minutes of the quarter. He's not getting 9 points with Lonzo and Caruso. He's not. And even still, those two are way more switchable. Like Kobe White against Miles Turner or Sabonis, are you fucking kidding me? Sabonis against Zoe and Caruso, not a good matchup for the Bulls, but those guys are smarter and better defenders. So they can at least limit how effective that is. Kobe White, you got no chance. You got no fucking chance. Hell, even Miles Turner, you got no fucking chance if DeRozan is on him. The problems are popping up, and it's a consistent thing, and this is why I'm hard on them. You had a double-digit lead, and they scored 31 points in the third, and you got 24 points. How the fuck does that happen? Well, they should have played Matt Thomas because Matt Thomas, when he came in, they had the lead. Matt Thomas can't stay in front of anybody. If you go, who are you going to take out? Who are you going to take out to play him? I mean, hell, at this point, it probably don't even fucking matter. Ayo should have got way more minutes. If I'm being real, I personally would have started Ayo this game. That's just me. I wouldn't have started Kobe, but I get it. Kobe was a starter for this team last year. Seniority, more NBA experience, you let him get the go. But you don't need that for this team. You need someone to set the table. What kind of offense were they trying to get into? Hell, they couldn't even fucking run. The Pacers are one of the worst teams in transition scoring and running this year. And guess what? They were in transition dusting us. Our transition D was terrible. But a team that doesn't run and doesn't take off like that is able to run and run, not just run, but run effectively. This kind of shit pisses me off, man. And there's like, I'm going to stay saying, hey, get Cam and get Jackson Hayes. And I'm not saying that these guys are world beaters by any means, but they feel the role, they feel the need, okay? They take the need, or they take over the need of the team. It makes you way more balanced. I like versatility. When you're not versatile, there's two things that's going to happen. You're going to win more in certain matchups, and you're going to lose more in certain matchups. Now, we're the better team, so we're going to win this game ultimately. We still got the lead. But there's a reason why we started losing games to some of these teams that had a lot of size. And when you don't have either of your point guard defenders, your perimeter defenders, your elite ones, your all defensive team, like they don't have Malcolm Brogdon. What if this was Ja Morant, LaMelo Ball, Trae Young, Jaylen Brown, James Harden, who put up like a 30 some odd triple double yesterday. Christmas. Kemba Walker, who had been putting up like 20, like up until the triple double he had on Christmas, he'd been putting up like 30 something, 40 something points a game over the stretch of like 5 games. Like, we're playing the lowly fucking Pacers, a team that wants to tank, that's looking to sell off all their stock, and they're fielding offers. And they brought the lead down so that it's manageable. This is an 8-point game. That's 2 to 3 possessions. We only got 24 points. That's 2 points every minute. That means all we can muster this quarter is we could get a layup every minute. 1 layup. 1 layup every fucking minute. In the second quarter, we had 30 points. That's the equivalent, if I'm not mistaken, of 2.5 points a minute. So that means that's a 2, and then a 3, and then a 2, and then a 3. In the first quarter, we had 33. It's 2.75 every minute. Well, why are you calculating it like that? It's not that serious. You went from 33 points in a quarter to 30 points in a quarter to 24. What does that tell you? Your first quarter is 33, second quarter is 30, third quarter is 24. They are slowly adjusting. Slowly but surely, they are starting to figure you out. When you got 3 quarters and you're going down in scoring, 33, 30, 24. 24 means they figured you out. So you got to adjust. And you know they figured you out because guess what? They had 27 in the first, 21 in the second, and in the third quarter they came out with 31. Way more energy, way more intensity. Oh, all y'all really got is DeRozan and Zach? Here, hold this trap. Guys can't pass the ball worth a damn. Like lazy passes, dumb passes, slow passes. Court vision is just shit. Stevie Wonder got more court vision out there. My baby mama got more court vision than that with all this child support. That's all the court she getting. She can see everything that's in that motherfucking court, but these motherfuckers ain't got no court vision. Where is this high IQ shit? Like, this frustrates me. I don't like, and I know the result of this game. I already know the result of the game, but I'm still pissed off watching this shit. If we're gonna play like this, let's just go straight young players. If that's the way we're gonna play, let's just go straight young players, and then at least we can say, okay, there you go. You got a blend of youth and vets. No way this should be acceptable. No way this should be acceptable. They won the quarter by 7 points, right? Let's just assume that the score replicates itself. Indiana has 31 in the fourth, and we have 24. We'll still win, but it'll be by a point. We'll still win, but it'll be by a point if this is how it played out. If this was trending in the way that it was still trending, that means we would score less. Now you might say, okay, they'll come back down to the mean. Okay, fine. So maybe they score 24 points. But what if all we could get is, I don't know, somewhere between 18 to 21? Or let's just say the download is complete, and let's just say maybe instead of 31, they get 28. Game don't look so good then. They got to do better than that. I'm finna watch this fourth quarter, bro. Peace.